100. 10-4. 145 to CK. 275 directed at 228, 115 Street. 10-4. Time check 0110 hours, WIF 567, City Wide SOD. 145 be advised, the location assistance to EPP, domestic violence, 345 to CK. 4.
How you doing, Kevin?
4.
I'll confirm EDP in the 50 West 233 Street and Broadway.
So I usually don't, I'm going to wait for a few more folks before I get started. Before I talk about what's going on.
Broadway.
First service, Adam 7. Adam 7, I'll confirm EDP in 114 115230 Road, second floor.
So 1123 proceed.
1611, St. Peter's Avenue.
F4. 5 Adam.
So 4, that's a cancel the EDP in the 50 West 233.
Was there 9
8 people, maybe a few more before I get started.
United from 138 in
Why
Cypress.
can't I just put it on the... I'll find a better placement for this.
I don't know, Adam 4 bar.
Support my job at 90 Frank 1, that's 93 Queen, at 97 QGH.
How you doing, Kenya?
10-4.
Kenya Thaycraft? Kenya Thaycraft. Can't say it. All right, 10 people. How you doing, folks? I usually don't do this whole, if nothing's going on, I'm going to go live kind of thing. But you know what? Why not? Slow night. And, I know when I'm on the job, I'm not as responsive, right? So in this situation, definitely I'm going to be more responsive. Thank you, Jordan. Every little bit helps support us and keeps us going. Don't know if anybody knew this, but I am not an employee of anybody, so I do not get benefits. As a freelancer in this business, in this unpredictable business, we didn't predict this COVID-19 situation. And, it's made the news, the regular fires, crimes, and accidents much slower as a result. We didn't predict any of that. And, we are making less money as a result. So, So for anyone looking to be a stringer, I don't recommend it. Just like you watch Shot in the Dark, they don't recommend being a stringer. I would tell my own son that after high school, he's considering what to study for school. If he does want to do something similar to me, I would recommend he go to get a degree in journalism, broadcast journalism, perhaps be a multimedia journalist or a photographer, etc. Probably the MMJ route, I think, is much better because the ability to both go on camera and report. Adam Belhatchett, Loud Labs News, New York City. And also have photography, video skills, and being able to edit. That MMJ position, I think, is more valuable these days in the media than, say, I can only do reporting, or I can only do video, or I can only do editing. You can do all three of those. I think you're much more valuable, and that's why you've seen sometimes just one MMJ or multimedia journalist going around, and they're setting up the tripod, they're talking in front of the camera, they're also doing shooting the B-roll and filming the scene, whatever. So yeah, slow rainy night. You can see according to the check that out. Terrible. So how are you guys doing? I'm assuming for you guys it's only 1 o'clock in the morning if you're on Eastern time zone. But I do notice we have followers, viewers from everywhere, including Canada. I think I was talking to someone from Dubai the other day. Yeah, followers from all over the place.
100, Kobe Bevez. Just when I wanted to same up the 34 you can mark. That's Charlie 2. I'm 98.
I think I'm making an experiment with lighting now. This being the most dim lighting. Yeah, that's too bright. What about that? I think I don't mind that. Maybe like bounce lighting.
Negative, no flatbed.
Early yellow.
Someone just wowed her. It's always funny when cops wow the dispatcher. Is that? You can see my face, right? I'm just playing around with lighting at this point.
48.
I don't think that's
Utilize
bad.
universal precautions. I repeat, utilize universal precautions. You have responded to a fever cough incident. Okay. Corey, simple. Badge 150 at 0116.
I think we'll go with that, just so it's not like in my face. How you doing, Josh? What part of New York are you at? The city of New York over here. It's you, Mr. Freeze. Yeah, great movie, by the way. 3 p.m. in Australia. Yeah, I noticed I do have folks in Australia. I got, you know, folks in Canada. Canada, eh? What's that about? Australia. By the way, you guys are getting. You can still see my face right now. It's kind of dark. Maybe we'll go with that for now. I don't know what's more annoying, this or the light up here.
Charlie will run on the 10.
Thank you.
Service boy 10.
Maybe we'll stick to that.
I'll confirm you to be at 115 3457.
So yeah, I'm on my computer, so I'm able to chat with the keyboard, which is great. Or post links as needed, I guess.
Fox Henry, 160th Street and 111 Avenue for the
Right, nothing in the Bronx.
Box 5690, 1099, CPR in progress. EMS on scene.
New corona cases in Australia. Well, how many deaths do you guys have? That's a top-notch camera.
115-31204.
What are you talking? Which camera are you talking about?
115 Avenue is automatic call, private.
Because the camera that I use is the. We actually did an unboxing video when I first got the camera, by the way. If anyone wants to check that out, it was like on Cyber Monday after Black Friday, right? How you doing, Tracy? Good morning. That is the video if anyone's curious. Where, you know, I opened the camera up, and actually Alejandro just shows up for that as well, and just, you know, he shows up to hang out.
115 South Bedford, 115 David, responding to Lieutenant
We are at a great connection, right, by the way, because we are on Wi-Fi, so everything should be pretty high quality and uploaded pretty fast. Where am I located? Manhattan, New York City. Yeah, I'm not a fan of this lighting. Actually, if I turn up the brightness, you know what? If you turn up the brightness, it's actually not bad at all. It's just my brightness was pretty low, I guess. But yeah, that light definitely works. So forget about it. Shout out from Bergenfield, New Jersey. Used to live in Ocean Park in Brooklyn. Saw some video you reported a few weeks ago. Yeah, Ocean Parkway in Brooklyn. You're probably referring to that crazy crash, right? And in fact, that reminds me, I'm not sure if I even uploaded that video, which we did post on Instagram. Not sure if you guys saw that video, which was that speeding car. Dramatic footage, by the way.
It's going to be 91. 124.
If I can find it.
Also weapon number 6. Can I get a unit for the back?
Looks like we might have some action in Brooklyn right now.
10-4. States anonymous caller states male's location 20 minutes going in and out of a car. Gray sports car plate John Frank Sam 4030. 2 males, Adam 1.
298 from EDP William Street.
Okay, 10-4, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I can't find that video. I don't know.
About 4414-37-1. Take time to decon and restock.
That's what. Dispatch 150 at 0120.
Where's service Adam 2?
There we go. Found it. Found it.
I'll confirm mail on the track.
Check it out. Oh, this grip is really nice. Just grip the phone super easy. Don't know if you guys saw this or not. This was it right here. Ouch. Did post that on. Did post that on Instagram. I should put that on YouTube if it's not already on YouTube. Yeah, I really like the setup I have with the that I have with this tripod. It's like a mini handheld tripod, the one I used for vlogging when I was in Hawaii. And I gotta say, pretty handy. Following you a few weeks ago, it's on YouTube. Yep.
75 David, Fresh Pond Road, Palmetto.
How do you feel about Loud Labs Australia? I do not know much about Loud Labs Australia, but when I heard about it, I told my other friend who we collaborated with, right? He lives in Australia now, but he was temporarily living in New York City, I guess. I wasn't happy when he moved back because I thought he was going to work further with us. Doc Medical. And I will show you that video that we collaborated on, which at the time we were still called New York City 911 News, by the way. If I can find the... Wait, it's not on WhatsApp, it's on YouTube. It was titled Medical Student Rescues Cyclist. There we go, found it. I'm just going to change the title because, you know, we're not in New York City 911 News no more. But apparently I left it as that. Medical Student Rescues Cyclist. That was on Lower East Side, Manhattan. So I'm going to post this video on the chat if anyone's curious. So anyway, I told my guy Jay, right? Jay, cool guy. We met. Actually, it's really funny how we met. We met. You guys know about the app, right? And those of you who live in New York City, the app where, you know, you can go live, you can see other people's live videos. I'm sure you heard about the app. I'm not even going to say the name because we are against that app. Long story short, we met because he was live on the app and I went to the same job. I think it was somebody on the roof. And then, you know, I told him about what we did. And he would tell me he's into photography, you know, and, you know, we started collaborating on some jobs and stories. And that's how that video happened, because we were rolling together one night. So, you know, anyway, I told Jay about Loud Labs Australia. He had no idea, so who knows what is in store for Jay. We'll see what happens. Don't know too much about Loud Labs Australia. Don't let you mention it. I want to look it up now. But from what I hear, they are located in, what's that one town in Australia? I forget the name. I'll tell you in a second. Let me also read what you guys are saying, because this planned pandemic by the world governments, how long do you think they will continue the lie? Well, the facts are the facts, and the facts are...
It's going to be 3 and 4, you got to press at the same time, and then it's 2 and 5 at the same time.
And by the way, they've been using the Johns Hopkins as the main source of all fatalities and such, which I'll show you guys in a second. All right, they have been citing the Johns Hopkins website or as a source for quite some time, more than any other source I have personally seen. And I watch the news almost every day. Didn't watch the news today, by the way, but I will show you guys what the current. You're talking about the coronavirus being a lie. Well, here we are seeing. What are we seeing? We are seeing the Johns Hopkins University in Medicine, the Coronavirus Resource Center. If anyone is curious, check it out.
Show doing directed at 180 Atkins.
I need to fix this. Hold on. Uniden. Uniden scanners, right? There is no button for me to transmit. And that's why it's safest to buy a scanner versus a radio, because you don't want to be in a position where you have to explain yourself on why you have an actual radio. Not an assault, just a dispute. That job, forget about it. No assault in the Upper East Side. Anyway, this is the radio. A radio, by the way. I'm not sure if you can see it. But there is no way I can transmit, okay? Because it is not programmed that way. I don't even know how to program it to transmit. Okay, we got a raccoon in Queens, folks. We got a raccoon in Queens. Show me rolling to that. Yeah, right. Back to the subject at hand here. You're talking about the coronavirus being a lie. These are the facts right here. These are the facts. This is not fake news. Total deaths, 190,861. Total tests conducted in the United States, 4.68 million. And they got deaths by country. You're asking about what app is. Just type Johns Hopkins coronavirus. You'll see it, no doubt. 25,000 deaths in Italy. 22,000 deaths in Spain. So it's like Italy's still the number one. And I heard it's because Italy has a major aging population. New York City, 16,000. So New York City is not the number one deaths, right? Italy is 25,000. New York City is about 16,000 deaths. However, as far as testing in the United States, we've got 695,000 tested positive in New York versus California, 482,000 tested positive. And then you got how many people recovered. It looks like the most people recovered in Germany. Scheiße! Excuse my French. Ooh, I mean German. And then you got the whole map situation here where it shows the red areas. Check out New York, right? Check out New York.
Let me know.
We are in the epicenter, folks. The epicenter.
Which building is it in? Which building is it in?
Anyway, and then you got your confirmed cases right here. Total confirmed 2.7 million in the entire world, with the United States at 800,000 confirmed cases. So yeah, not fake news. These are the facts. However, if you are disputing, about what am I pressing? I'm pressing the wrong buttons here. When stuff should open up. I've been a strong advocate for stuff opening up. Maybe I'm selfish. Maybe other people who wants to open up are selfish as well. Maybe they're just thinking about themselves and how they need to get back to work, feed their families, and they just want to make money again. And they're not sick. I'm not sick. I recovered from presumptive coronavirus. And yeah, I do want everything else to be back to normal because I want, to I want everything to be how it was, right? I don't like this coronavirus nonsense. Not that I don't think it's real, but the fact that I personally experienced it, I got sick from it, I didn't like that. The fact that business got slower, I don't like that either. So, Scott, PL for the frequencies, that's a very tricky question. You want to discuss it further, you can always DM us. But long story short, yes, for some frequencies use the PL. By the way, you won't like the Facebook group I've created, and it's called New York City Scanner Buffs. Not sure if you live in New York City, but ideally it's for New Yorkers to talk about scanners and such. What's up, Mark? Scared the bejesus out of me and turned up my volume and jump. What? How did I scare you over here? Do I look like a scary guy? Hey, oh. Yeah, Bofing are cheap. That is correct. They are cheap.
10-4-131.
It's like. It's like. I don't know, 20-30 bucks on Amazon or whatever.
Queen Fox 427-267-2652 road. Between 69 and 66 Street, smoke in the basement, private zone.
Smoke in the basement, not a big deal. Give me a fire. Then that might be a job.
Between 69 Street and 66 Street, reported to be smoke in the basement, private zone.
Dark mode, dark mode. Alright, dark mode. How you doing, Tony? I don't do Brooklyn property. What do you mean by that?
Last box is 1037 code 3. We got 10H available. 10-4 is engine 37 available as well. 5.
Too early to be a fire. By the way, I like your video. Which video are you talking about?
10-4 tickets on the way for both companies. You going in first, too?
4. Aided male Asian has a blue umbrella wearing gray sweater.
Yeah, I'm familiar with the PL tones.
Mole on the eyebrow. 45 years of age,
Scott.
light complexion, medium build, 5'8".
Charles, I've been in New Zealand. Great country. I went to Christchurch and Auckland before.
Let me get a unit to back. 10-4, arrival line by 84, just now leave the force no possible. Again, it's going to be a male Asian, he has a blue umbrella wearing a gray sweater, blue jeans, black book bag, mole on his eyebrow, 45 years of age, light complexion, medium build, 5'8".
Engine 37, ladder 4, replacing 59 and 30, your first two companies. 16-4. Also, Battalion 16, the caller for this is going to be in apartment 16 boy, reporting 16 Charlie. 16-4.
Okay, last is 1710.
Company responding to box 1529. Just make sure that they'll upon request. The time is 0133, dispatch 386.
What's up, area Sierra? I can't even say that name. This is so buff right now. I love it. What's so buff? But yeah, this is what we do. Anyone's not familiar with this, we do overnight breaking news. You're hearing the scanners because that is a source of all breaking news. Without the scanners, you won't see dramatic footage of flames of a fire, a perp being arrested, or perhaps a collision investigation done by the NYPD's Highway Collision Investigation Squad. You said, yeah, Bofing is it's a decent radio. The only problem is it does not scan multiple frequencies, right? You can only do A and B, right? Example, I got, okay, let's say I got the 17 and the 19 right now, right? Sure, you can hear both. And whoever talks first will hear both. But the problem is, you can only do 2 at a time, or you can just switch back and forth. Which I should have one anyway, I don't know why I didn't have one. there's the Uniden, I think it's like BC125AT or something. And what's great about that that scanner is that you can scan as many as you want. Right? You can scan as many as you want, which is great. I want to know what a proper Brooklyn is too. What do you mean by that? Oh, okay. I mean, there's a hack. Oh, okay. Well, let me know. But honestly, I can just use my Uniden 125AT. I don't like the format of the radio. There's also no speaker mic option for the Uniden BC T125AT, right? Which sucks, you know. I have no idea why they don't have that. I feel like the reason why the Bofang UV5R is very popular is because it's cheap. It's cheap and it's very accessible. You know, Asian-made cheap radio. But the BCT 125AT is great for scanning multiple frequencies. But like I said, just doesn't have the speaker mic option, and you know, the belt clip sucks as well. I really do not like the belt clip. It's illegal use in New York. I don't know if you. Here's the thing: if you have nothing to do with the press, if you are not even you know, EMS, fire, or police, if you're not a nobody, I would not be playing any scanners or radios in front of any cops on any scenes and just say, oh, I'm a buff. I like to go to jobs and watch. Don't be that guy. Don't be that guy. All right? If you want to just go to jobs and watch, get the earpiece and then have the radio hidden somewhere. Don't be an easy mark for the cops. Of course, I'm pretty obvious with the speaker mic playing it out loud, but I also have press credentials. Like I said, feel free to join the group if you want to have these technical discussions. I am going to post the group. There's not too many folks in it. That's why we need to grow the group. But ideally, you live in New York City. If you were to join this group, so everyone can talk about relevant information in New York City.
The description says took out him last night. Can you ascertain if it was in the past or if it's present?
6-2 Adam.
1018 box 1529 to 1018 box 1529, 1033 code 2, violator is 916.
How you doing, Rebecca?
L1 3 time is up to 382.
301. So setting over there. Alpha 49410.
Central, just give me a
No, not
5690 371.
It is not the same because the Uniden BCT 125AT, oh, it's such a long. I'm just going to refer to that as a Uniden portable for now. It has a single pin, and the UV5R has 2 pins. Don't know if you can see that. Yes, you can see that. 2 pins.
1018, 1032, 4272.
Shadow, this is not an adult live. This is not an adult live stream. However, we have shown dead bodies on the live stream, so yes, discretion is advised.
75
well, I have a selection of masks that I may or may not wear at any given time, depending on if I remember. But yeah, most of the time, you know, I got a fleece neck gaiter. I got a thin polyester neck gaiter as well, which I think is the most breathable. And I have a regular mask, which I don't want to grab it. That goes around the ear, and you know those are probably gonna be great for warm weather and such. Do I know Keith in Los Angeles? I know, yeah, you know, yeah, I know Keith. Yes, cool guy. We chat. Unit model is the BCT 125ET.
3 box 878 Terminal 5 225 East 53 Street. 2 Avenue to 3 Avenue for class check.
Yeah.
Class 3 box 878 Terminal 5 225.
That is not a job. Thank you so much. I've been getting banned a lot for my age. It's been rough. Well, you know, I think you're more likely to get banned if you say the wrong thing versus, you know, just saying your age. I think just being a certain age is not going to get you banned, but saying things that are out of line is going to get someone banned. Trolling, disrespectful, cursing, all kinds of other, you know. Plus it's footage in his channel on Wow Media. Oh, okay, cool, cool.
The address for the dart, please.
Be on Fordham Road, westbound on Fordham Road, between Bronx River Pathway and Southern Boulevard.
You're not coming over clear, that's all right?
No, come on to 55,
That's the radio. Sent to you the Amazon link. Okay, cool, Shadow. Well, you know, see what your behavior is like here. So far, so good. So, I hear a fire truck that's probably going for the Class J alarm. Trump said injecting essentially Tide Pods may reduce the effect of COVID. What's your take on that? Injecting Tide Pods where? Into your bloodstream? I don't think that doesn't sound good at all. And I would not do that. What do you say? I gotta say, folks, just inject some Tide Pods into your bloodstream. That's all you gotta do, okay? In the history of solutions, it's what I recommend. Okay, this is gonna be the best cure in the history of cures. The Amazon link provides the link to the scanner if you're curious.
6th Street, 615, 236th Street. Let's see. Possible dispute between male and female, unclear, argument in the background, female telling the male to leave him alone. Now found intoxicated, but in any other location.
Yeah, that's kind of crazy. I don't know about that. No, the Uniden scanner is just the scanner. It is not a radio.
41 base, are you based in Central, okay? 41 base?
1 base, Central, no further. No further, guys, no further.
Alright, 10-4. No further to the 41 base, okay? No further. 41 base, what's this in regards to?
Slow down, Temper, slow down, right to the base.
What happened at the 4-1? Well, whatever happened, it's a no
Alright,
further.
10-4. No further at the base, no further at 41.
Slow down.
The last time I heard about something happened in the precinct, it was that cop shooter who went into the precinct and shot another cop. I'm sure you guys remember that job. Negative Shadow. What we do here at Loud Lab News NYC is cover overnight breaking news, and the scanners that you are hearing, well, that is the source of all breaking news. Yeah, I don't know what the BC75 XLT is. Is that a mobile or a portable? See, I didn't know that. I had an idea that was kind of what it was, but yeah, it makes sense. And I do know the on police you hear it verbally stated, and on FD they do the Morse code.
How late to Lieutenant?
It's gonna be 91 by tow. All lanes are open on by 10.
Shot at him.
Shot that. Show us back in 9-8.
So Shadow, as a 16-year-old, how have you been handling the quarantine?
75 days and 66 points.
Have you ran out of things to do besides your homework? How do you enjoy remote learning? Walking Dead. Tell you what, something about The Walking Dead. It's like Walking Dead right now in the New York City over here. And the Skells are the zombies, right? The Skells who walk funny, they're the zombies. Didn't know that, Tony. Tony, you also look like you'd be a good candidate for that scanner group that I posted, the Facebook group, by the way. Yeah, I realized I didn't do preview videos for social media in regards to the Fatal Man Under and also the cops truck job. How you doing, Lisa?
1773031, 2985 Bedford Avenue. Campus Road, stop for alarm activation. Alarm box 3031, 2985 Bedford Avenue, Campus Road. Alarm activation. 4729.
So I think I'm doing that right now. And I'm done. Pretty much done. 90% done. I can quickly edit a video depending on how long, how much editing I'm going to do, pretty much. What's up, Wade? When I think of Wade, I think of Wade Robson, the choreographer for Britney Spears and NSYNC, who also used to dance with Michael Jackson back in the day. Good choreographer, by the way. How you doing, Katie? And Katie, thanks for the super chat support the other night. I think someone else told me that you did like a donation, so do appreciate that. Canada Stringer, nice. So how's it work in Canada? You guys listen to scanners? The other guy I spoke to said the scanner's not accessible, but he gets his information from other sources.
How's it say Mary's erasing?
75 direct to 700 East.
Yeah, hey, Tony, just feel free to DM us, Facebook, Instagram, whatever. So.
Alright, simple.
Yeah, thank you, Katie. In these hard times during COVID-19, for example, last night didn't make a single penny. There were 3 fires. We went to 2 of them. Nobody died. Didn't make the news. So. All right, I got that Fatal Man Under job done. And I'm going to put that first on Facebook and then on Instagram.
What's the response? Is there a 40 response? 11 still on his direction? Still on your direction?
Okay, so the town that you are in, these scanners are accessible. That's what you're saying, right? Shadow, I bet your real name is